Welcome back, everyone. This is part 11, maybe 12. I don't remember. Today's episode, we are going to try to fit in two things. First, we're going to fix up the UI a little bit so that it looks a bit cleaner. And then we're also going to hopefully get into scene transition. So let's get right into the UI. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to do this inside of our theme. So in our theme, we're going to manage item. We're going to add a progress bar. I'm going to add this guy. Import selected. Go to progress bar. No, actually, sorry. We're going to remove that. Delete it like that. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to make a unique progress bar for each progress bar that we have. Because we're going to actually make a new one. Call it MP. And this is going to be our mana. So we're going to go over here. We're also going to make this unique. Make unique. I'm going to change this to MP. And then obviously we're going to have to go into here and then change that to MP as well. MP, there we go. Okay, so that's our MP. And then we're also going to have to go into here and double that. So we have MP. It's a bit of a hassle, but you know. Okay, let's go to our progress bar. Let's go to theme override, style, and we're gonna reset both of these. All right, for the background, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to texture, and we're gonna go inside here. We're gonna drag this guy in, and I just realized I kind of messed something up, but that's okay. I'll fix it in a second. We will go up here, and as you can see, this is our HP bar. So we're going to go to auto slice and just slice that. So that's going to be our background essentially. And that's it. So now we go outside of that. We go to FG. I'm going to do texture again. But for the texture, this one is going to be a bit harder. I actually had a reference, but I accidentally deleted it like a monkey. So we're going to have to try to figure this out together. So we're going to turn off auto slice. We're going to go to pixel snap, and we're going to basically snap outwards of everything. And then we're going to take these and just snap them a little closer. And that's it. So now let's see what happens when I play. Now my HP bar is kind of fits. I think there is a problem though. Yeah. So as you can see, as my HP is going down, the bar was kind of shrinking. It was kind of squeezing essentially. So to fix that, you have to play around a little bit with the, where am I going? Texture region, here we go. So to fix that, we have to play around with the texture region a bit, which is going to be a bit hard. I'm going to have to move this a bit closer, this a bit closer, that down. What we can do is, I'm actually not sure if that'll fix it, but we can try this. I've tried tile before and it didn't seem to do anything. Not sure why. Margin. I'll move this to the left or to the right, and let's see what happens. Okay, so it's still kind of, so as you can see, it's still kind of coming together like that. So let's go one more time. We will increase the size a little bit here by doing that. And then what we can do, no, we'll actually make it bigger like that. And then we'll drag that out a little bit. Nope, sorry, we're gonna put that back. Then what happens if I do that? No. Let's go to the progress bar here and make it 100 to see what it looks like when it's supposed to be full. Yeah, okay. That's what I was kind of worried about. Okay. All right, there we go. Let's move this to the top. Keep that on the right. Okay, awesome. So now this is what we have. So it's a bit small. It does come out of bounds a little bit, but again, you can play with this and see what you like. But for now, this is okay. And I'm going to actually delete this MP bar. I messed up. And then we're going to duplicate this and then rename it to MP. And then we will let's fix this before we start renaming things. Go to the MP bar. We're going to go to the theme override, styles, make unique. We're going to do that for both just in case. We're going to go over here, and now we're just going to use the MP instead. So we will do it like that. And I think that's it. So if that should be full like that. What I do want to do though is I want to make it smaller. So that way it kind of lines up like that. So let's go to theme override, pop that to the left. We'll leave this right there. And if I pop this to like 10, it does move to the left a bit, but that's okay. So it should look like this as it fills up. And then let's see what it looks like in the actual game. Awesome, so it looks pretty good. Okay, let's edit the label, make unique, change it to MP, and then what we'll do in our games, we'll actually change our MP to 10, and then 5 out of 10. So it's going to be a little different. I'm also going to go to the label, and I'm going to make it so much smaller. I'm going to make it 0.3. I'm going to put it right there. Same thing for this label. Correct. 0.3, 0.3. Then, no, right there. And then have it centered right there. And then, so yeah, now we have a HP and MP bar, which is awesome. However, I'm going to add a panel. And this panel is going to be our profile, essentially. So we're going to move this to the right a bit. And I'm actually going to go into theme override. This one should be a bit easier. Make a texture for it, pop in our UI. I'm going to go over here to auto slice, and I'm going to select this one, but then I'm going to select pixel snap instead. And I'm actually going to pop this in to right there. And then I think that's it. So I just have it circled around. If you do change the size of the panel, it will increase, unfortunately. So what you would want to do is this. If you want to keep the size, so we can just do this. This is fine. I'll try to keep this size. And then the last thing we'll do is we'll have a coins panel, and this will be for our coins. So we'll go to here, theme, make unique. Yeah, we'll just clear it. Sure, that works fine. Go into here, and then we're going to use this guy. So pixel snap, same thing, and we will just snap this guy. And that's it. And then as you can see, it is very clearly too big. So I think that's how the size we're going to make it. So yeah, let's now let's kind of make sure it looks good by making these much smaller. By doing that, actually no, what we'll do first is we'll make it fit. So first, let's just move all this to the right, and then I will move this to the left. I'll make it slightly bigger, but don't make it so pixelated. Awesome, now we move this all the way back to the right. I'll put it right there. Actually, what I can do, I think, yeah, we can just do that. And then kind of try to make it a box. Okay, that looks fine, I think, kind of. Actually, let's move it up again. All right, there we go. And then, yeah, we can pop it in like that. Make it into a box as much as I can. All right, this is good. And then what I'll do is I'm just going to move this to the top left, and then I'm going to go to the UI here, and I'm going to transform the scale. I'm going to scale everything to 0.5. And now my game should look like this. Okay, that's very strange. That's not what it should look like. Okay, there we go. We reload it, and that's what it should look like. Okay, let's change it to 0.7, 0.8. Okay, there we go. Now everything looks a bit nicer. Obviously, there are still some issues. For example, this will show up behind our UI, which is fine, though, for now. So we'll leave it like this. This will be our profile. We'll fill that in later, but for the coin, we can actually do that now. We'll try to do it quickly. So we'll do label. We'll do center, and we'll turn on grid snap, and we'll put this. Let's actually lock all these. Let's lock this. Let's lock the label. Close that. Lock this. Lock that. Let's find our label, if I can ever select it, and move that into the middle. But I can't because it is very big. So let's change the scale to 0.4. Nope, let's do 0.3. Okay, 0.3 is good. If I can just move it down, please. Selecting is a big pain. That's okay. Awesome. What we can do is we can actually make it go from the left, or we can do center. I think center is fine. Okay, so now what we can do is change it to coin. We're going to go to a script, built-in script. That's okay. We're going to comment out the process function. And then what we'll do is text equals string game dot coin. Now we'll just do gold. All right, and then we have to actually make that gold function or variable. So gold equals 10,000, and this will work. However, you might be able to see a problem once we have enough money. So let's say like that much. I don't know how we'd have that much, but now the money kind of comes out of play. So what we can do actually is we can kind of change this up. So let's see if I can remember how to code this. Basically, the way we're going to fix this issue is to keep in mind that a string is actually an array of characters. So the word string, for example, is an array. Okay, actually, let's do str. Is an array of 3 characters, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, or 0, 1, 2. Sorry. So if I were to say the array of this string, number 1, the letter is T, right? So what we can do is we can see if game dot what did I do? Gold is bigger than or equal to 10,000, for example. If it is, then what we can do is say variable string or word equals variable game.gold, and we're going to convert it to a string, and then we're going to do letter 1, variable letter 2, and then we'll say letter 1 is equal to word 0, then letter 2 is equal to word 1. And then what we can do is say text equals string letter 1 plus string letter 2 plus k. And then we'll take this out for now. And because our gold is, we'll set our gold to 10,000. 10,000, or we'll do 15,000 for now. Okay, so now if we launch, we play, we should get 15k. And this works for anything in the thousands. However, anything above that won't work, so you'll have to kind of figure that out on your own, but this should work for now. So let's do else. If it's not bigger than 10,000, then we'll just do this. Okay. So that handles our gold for now, and now our UI looks pretty nice. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to quickly try to do a scene transition. So to do scene transition, we're going to create a canvas layer, which is actually down here. So we'll just pop that in. We'll name this stage manager. I'm going to save this, go to global, and save it here. I'm going to make a script for it. And we're going to save this as well. And then we're going to auto load our stage manager. We're going to go to auto load, stage manager, and we're going to auto load the scene itself, not the script, but the scene. We're going to add that. And then we're going to delete all this. And we're going to add three things. We're going to add a color rect. Then we're also going to add a animation player. And then we're also going to add a label. All right, and for our rectangle, we're going to make it like big square. We're going to make it black. We're going to go to our, we're going to turn on auto grid here. We're going to center this. And it doesn't matter if it's on auto wrap, and we'll say loading. And that's it. And then in our animation player, we're going to make new, say new, and we're going to have two things. We're going to have fade in, and we're going to have fade out. And so what fade in is going to do is it's going to take this and fade it in, right? So fade in is going to take this and it's going to take the modulate, going to erase it, we're going to key that, we're going to go over here, and then we're going to reset that and then fade it in essentially. So it's going to look like this, fade in, boom. And we're also going to fade in the label. Or actually, I think we can just do this. Yeah, that'll actually work a little better. And then fade out, we can go over here to 1 second, key that, go to 0, and then key this, whoops, key that. So fade out will look like this. Awesome. And then in our stage manager, what we're going to add is our scenes. So we're going to have constant main menu equals main. No, I'm going to have to drag it in. So erase that and then drag this in. Then we're also going to have our world, and then we're also going to have game over. We're also going to have character select. Awesome. So let's just set each one of these variables. So we have world. We'll say main world, and then this one would be game over, and this one would be character select. Awesome. And then what we'll do is we'll have a function called function change stage. And then in this thing, we're going to call a thing called stage path. And then in this function, we're going to do get node color rect show. Yeah, well, we're gonna do that. Okay, I'll explain that, why I'm doing that in a second. But for now, let's continue on. I'm not going to explain too much because I've done this in an old video before. But basically, we're going to make an old layer. We're going to set our layer to 5, so that way it's on top. Except I have to actually set it by saying equal. And we're going to get node animation player. We're going to play fade in, and then we're going to yield with our animation player. So we're going to have to get that node and get our node. We're going to yield on animation player until we get the what's it called? The thing called animation finished signal. The signal called animation finished. And then we're going to get free. We're going to change scene to stage path, and then we are going to say layer equals old layer, and then we'll say get node animation player dot play fade out. Awesome, and that's it. Okay, so there is a problem. The color rect is going to be in front of everything in our game, so I can no longer click anything. So I'm going to have to make this invisible. So now I can click things. There we go. So if you ever get that bug, that's why. You have to make this invisible. So let's change things up. Let's go into our thing here, and we'll say stage manager dot change stage to character select. I don't remember what it's called, so I'm going to have to go to stage manager, character select. Here we go. And then we can delete this. What is it? Ah, yes, I remember. So we have to do stage manager dot character select. And then we'll go in here, we'll copy paste this into here, and we will say is going to world, main world. And then let's do another thing. Let's connect our node quit to do get tree dot quit. Now our quit button should work, so I can click quit, and it quits the game. Go click play, and it loads our scene. Awesome. I'm going to quickly just Control Shift F is going to allow us to search up anything that is in our scripts. So we're going to search for change stage. I don't know, stage. And then what we can do is we can go to anything that has that, which apparently is nothing. But I know there is one else that should be in our player. Oh, maybe it's change. Yeah, change scene. Here we go. Here's our game over one. So we'll replace this with game over. Game over. And then we'll also go to, I think there's one more, right? Nope. I think that might be it. Oh, no, here we go. Main world. Yeah, there we go. So now we have a loading thing between each, a loading transition between each scene. Awesome. I think that is the end of this video. This is a little bit of a longer video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. In next video, I think we might get started on our inventory. No, I'll actually do that next video. So yeah, next video I will get started on maybe inventory or sound. I do plan on doing sound in this series as well, which will be fun, which we will have to actually do soon, because it is good to get our sound in the early stages of our game development. All right, so I will see you guys next time. If you guys like the video, go subscribe, go like and everything. So I'll see you guys next time.